Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Cultural Exchange with the Game Center Girl, which had 12 episodes and was airing in summer of 2025. Synopsis from any list. Kusakabe Renji, a young man working at a game center, sees an English girl named Lily Baker playing a crane game on Valentine's Day. Seeing her fail repeatedly to win a prize, Renji can't help but take action. The day after Lily finally gets her plushie, Renji receives an unexpected message from her that reads, "Be my Valentine." What started as a misunderstanding leads to cultural exchange. Overall, this show is a slice of life comedy with like a tiny amount of romance. This one centers around the game center, as the title states, and we have Renji, which is the black-haired guy who works there, and Lily, who's the blonde girl from England who goes to the game center. And we have like comedy slice of life things happen. We get to see how Lily makes friends. We see all the friends around here. He also makes friends with the blue-haired girl, which is Renji's sister. And we have like comedy shenanigans happening in the game center. We see them play games. We see how Lily is bad at games. We have a little laugh about that. We get to enjoy tournaments, different types of things around the game center. To be honest, I don't know how much you can really get out of the concept, because the game center is not unlimited. We do see some other stuff. We do see the Kouryuu or whatever it's called, the little photo machine being used. We see different games, rhythm games. We see action games. We see some traditional games like Space Invader and stuff. There's a lot of stuff we get to see, and you could potentially do a lot with. However, one of the main focus points of the show is the romance, which is contentious to say the least. Now, Renji and Lily, they have a pretty significant age gap. However, it seems like Lily has some feelings for Renji. We get to see this and hear and yada yada yada. However, Renji seemingly is deflecting those feelings. However, we don't know how it's going to end. We only have 12 episodes. So it could go anyway. Could go like they do stuff, they don't do stuff, whatever. It feels like for me that these characters seemingly are just made younger. It feels like they are 2 or 3 years older than the show makes us believe. There are some specific scenes, especially later on, from 2 of the other classmates, which, if I interpreted them correctly, seems more akin to someone a little bit older. But whatever. I take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. I personally do not care. I'm just here for the comedy hijinks. And it was fine. I like Lily's dad. Lily's dad is awesome. I also like Lily's mom because Lily's dad is like a bear, like a big, muscly man, and he's easily agitated. And Lily's mom is the one that is able to control that hunk of a man, and it's nice to have this, interaction between those two. I also like Aoi, Renji's sister. Seems fine. All the friends seem pretty fine. We have different friends. We have one who's good at games. We have one who's very smart but is, unknowing about games. We have the foreign exchange student, which is Lily. We have the sister, which is Aoi. We also have 2 other characters, which seemingly like fan art a little bit much, I would assume. It's not really stated directly, but from what I can gather, and it was fine. It is pretty well produced in the sense that the colors are, it's very colorful, it has a pretty good art style, animation is fine, there's not a lot of big fights, so you don't need a lot of movement. It felt fine. It felt fine. I don't know if you can get more out of this. I don't know what if the romance is going to be more of a focal point, which I can see it being weird. However, I'm old enough, I have read at least a lot of stories, and some of them are similar, and it's like, eh. I'm not my saying, but I personally do not care as long as it's like totally fictional. Now, let's see, a little bit of a scene for you to see the animation. We do see Lily's father here.
こんにちは、店員さん。
あ、こんにちは。
誰？どうした？私には何か感想はないのかね？
いや、素敵なお召し物ですね。
貴様はそうやっていつも色目を使っているのか。
There you go. That was the animation, and again, it's a comedy slice of life. And I see it as fine. It's nothing special. You don't need to watch it. It's fine. Ratings, AniList gave it 64, 65%. My AniList 6.67. I would say it's a weak 7 out of 10. There are some aspects that I can see being interesting. We saw some of the scenes where we are more or less, while playing the game, characters get to feel more in the game and more or less transported. You can do a lot with that. That could be pretty nice. Otherwise, some of the comedy was fun. Some of it was not. I like that. But overall, it's fine. Fine.